What's up guys, Physichism here, welcome back to the channel. Recently Hearthstone buffed 18 cards, 2 from each class in the Boomsday expansion. This is the first time they've ever buffed cards before, and it has really shaken up the meta. The game has been refreshed. The cards in Paladin that got buffed, I'm only using one of them out of the two, Crystology. It used to cost 2 mana, now it costs 1, and now it's broken. 1 mana to draw 2 1-attack minions from your deck is just insane. Like, it's targeted card draw, and it only costs 1 to draw 2. It's just absolutely insane. It's broken, and I love it. They also gave everyone this card, Snip Snap.
Snip Snap, Snip Snap, Snip Snap!
Which is, I think, the strongest mech. I mean, everyone runs Zilliax, and I'm running Zilliax in this deck as well. But everyone got Snip Snap, so it's a neutral mech. You can play it in any class. It's 3 mana, 2/3, so it has the same stat line as Harvest Golem, but it also has Magnetic, so you can tag it onto another mech and buff it. It also has Echo, so you can play it as many times as you can in a turn. And the Death Rattle, instead of summoning a 2/1 like Harvest Golem, you get 2 1/1s, the microbots. This card is extremely strong and extremely flexible. It's fine to play on turn 3, but the best turn I think to play it is either 5 or 6. You can play it on 5 with the coin, or if you've used Galvanizer to reduce its cost, then you can play it 2 times on turn 5. The first one costs 2 and the second one costs 3. You can get more value out of it at turn 9, but I think the type of deck that runs Snip Snap, you want to be winning before turn 9. So this guy, you want to look out to play him on turn 5 or 6. 5 if you can, but often it's 6. So this deck that I'm showing you today is a Mech Paladin. When I started playing it, I had 23 wins and 5 losses, which was like an 82% win rate, which was absolutely insane. So I tried to go for Legend with it, but I flew up the ranks from rank 5 with 0 stars up to like rank 2, and then I sort of hit a wall and I had about a 50% win rate at rank 2. So I played for a while longer and I was hovering between rank 2 and 3, and you can see my win rate now. So now I've got a 61% win rate with it, a lot of losses here. But when I started, it was like all wins, so many wins. And then yeah, around here I hit rank 2 or 3. Now I think I have about a 50% win rate. But still, this deck is extremely strong. If you want to rank up, play this deck. So I'll run through the cards and what they do. Let's have a look at the mechs. So Glow-Tron is Magnetic. It's a 1 mana 1/3. So you can play this on turn 1. It's a 1 mana 1/3. That's really strong. People run Crystolizer as just a 1 mana 1/3, but this is like a mech with Magnetic as well. So it's really strong. We've got Skaterbot, so it's a 1 mana 1/1 magnetic mech with Rush. So what you can do with this is, if you have a mech on the board, you can give it Rush. And then later on when you play Kangor's Endless Army, the card will come back with Rush. You want to spread out these Rush effects onto several mechs, like from Skaterbot and from Zilliax. Yeah, that's why Skaterbot's in the deck. I don't run Mecharoo in this deck. It's like the first mech deck that I've played without Mecharoo. The reason is, you don't want lots of small mechs. You want bigger mechs, and you want to magnetize heaps of stuff onto one mech, or spread it out over maybe 2 or 3, so that you can get lots of value out of Kangor's Endless Army. This card I have in mind when I'm playing this deck, and also when I designed this deck. So Galvanizer, very strong card. You have a lot of mechs in this deck, so if you have like 3 mechs in your hand and you play this guy, it's like huge mana reduction. Upgradeable Framebot is extremely strong. Like, it has really good stats for the mana cost. It has 6 stats for the mana cost, and usually you get 5 for 2 mana. So you can draw this from Crystology. So most of these mechs, all of these mechs at 1, 2, and 3 cost have 1 attack, except for Snip Snap. But Crystology draws all of your low cost cards, so it thins out your deck as well. That's why it's so strong. Upgradeable Framebot, you play it on turn 2, it will survive almost certainly, and then you can play a magnetic, such as Bronze Gatekeeper, onto it, or coin out Annoy-o-Module or Replicating Menace. It's really strong because it survives the turn, and then you can magnetize it on the following turns. Bronze Gatekeeper gives things Taunt, so again, with these keywords like Taunt and Rush and Divine Shield, you want to spread them out over several mechs. You don't want to put like 2 things with Taunt onto the same mech, so that when you play Kangor's Endless Army, you don't, like, you're getting more value. You're getting 2 things with Taunt instead of just 1. Call to Adventure is another thing which sort of thins your deck and gets rid of these low cost cards out of your deck, so that you don't draw them from your draw at the start of the turn. Plus it gives something +2/+2. So you could draw, usually you draw like Skaterbot or Glow-Tron, and then Glow-Tron's like a 3/5 with magnetic, which it's like a heap of stats that you're just chucking onto something, or a 3/3 from Skaterbot. So yeah, Call to Adventure and Crystology are the two card draw cards in this deck, and they both target your low cost cards, so they're extremely good. Snip Snap, I've already talked about. Annoy-o-Module gives Divine Shield and Taunt to a minion, and yeah, it has magnetic. It's also just fine to play on turn 4, like it has decent stats. Blessing of Kings, I run for burst damage. Like this deck is pretty sticky, like you get early game stuff, and then by turn 4, usually you can buff something with +4/+4 and go face or make a good trade. Consecration is just very good against, yeah, Token Druid, Zoo, and Mech Hunter. Replicating Menace is like, I have it in the deck because it has magnetic, but sometimes it screws you over. So if you play Replicating Menace and then it dies and then your microbots die before you get Kangor's Endless Army, it can screw you over because you just get 1/1s. But still, I think removing it would be a mistake. I think it's a very strong card, especially in a deck where you're focusing on magnetic. So you just have to think a bit. You have to try not to let the 1/1s die before you play Kangor's Endless Army. I have Leeroy Jenkins. He's a recent addition to the deck. I was running, what's that spell? Shrink Ray for a while. Because it's a good activator for the Mechano-Egg, and it deals with a lot of big boards, like mages, big giant boards. And on turn 9 you can play Shrink Ray and Consecration, but that's like, usually you don't go to turn 9. But yeah, I felt Shrink Ray was a little bit inconsistent with my deck. Oftentimes I'd have Shrink Ray and just never need it, so I would rather have Leeroy Jenkins. I've only played about 10 games with Leeroy in the deck, but a few times he was the finisher that I needed. Yeah, Mechano-Egg I've talked about a little bit. You want to get the 8/8s. So with Mechano-Egg, all you really need to do is give this thing Taunt, and it's extremely dangerous for your opponent. They need to silence it or sap it or do something to not give you the 8/8. So yeah, you want to play the Mechano-Egg, give it Taunt through either Bronze Gatekeeper or Annoy-o-Module or Zilliax. But it's better to use Zilliax on the 8/8, so you get the enormous lifesteal plus Taunt. Yeah, it's very strong. Wargear gives something +5/+5. Very aggressive card. Of course you would play it in this aggressive magnetic based mech deck. Zilliax, of course. Kangor's Endless Army I've talked about. And Tirion has traditionally been like a control card, but in this deck it actually works really well. So you can slam it down like on turn 8, and I mostly have it in the deck for the weapon. Like the weapon is 15 damage to the face. And often Tirion has just won me the game from smashing my opponent with the huge weapon. And he also protects your mechs, so they can continue going face, and then your opponent has to deal with this Tirion, which is very difficult to deal with actually, without a silence. But yeah, another thing is this deck has a lot of silence targets, so usually your opponents will only run like one silence, like Spellbreaker. It's a bit difficult against Shaman with like double Hex, and they're running Earthshock now. Sometimes you have to spread out your magnetics a little bit more than you'd want to. This deck's, it's a lot of fun. It takes a lot of thought. It takes more thinking than most aggressive decks and most mech decks, but it's a lot of fun. I have an extremely high win rate with it, so I really wanted to show it to you guys. So I'm very excited for you to see these games, and I hope you give this deck a go. Hope you rank up with it like I did. And yeah, enjoy these games, and I'll see you next time. Don't need Call to Adventure, seeing as I have Crystology. I think I'll play Glow-Tron here. And then hopefully Crystology can get me Skaterbot or a Glow-Tron. Nice. I'm going to try to focus on making fewer but bigger magnetic minions, so Kangor's Endless Army can get me better value. You mean you use Mortal Coil twice? On yeah, I guess it's weak to 2 Mortal Coils.
Let me light the way.
Think I should snip, snap, and Glow-Tron here.
Which path to choose?
Kill this thing. Hope like hell this doesn't get silenced.
Let me light the way.
Oh my god.
Ooh, a rainbow.
Oh, this card was buffed as well. Give all minions in your hand +2/+2. I like the idea of this guy's deck. Nekaru seems pretty freaking awesome in that scenario. It destroyed 2 of your cards, and you spent 3 mana to kill a 1 mana minion.
Hail, well met. Access denied.
Reporting for duty.
Oh my god, what a draw.
Unity. Precision. The battle. Reporting for duty.
Access denied.
Reporting for duty.
Access denied.
One day he won't have a taunt.
Well played. The battle is over. You win.
Okay, that just worked. Warrior might be a bit tough though. Otherwise I'll drop the upgradeable Framebot. Although this is pretty good.
Converting stored energy. Photonic
Good. Nice and slow.
What is my purpose?
Photonic burst.
Defend the gates.
I think I'll play the Gatekeeper here.
Access denied.
I comply.
Defend the gates.
Nice draw.
I comply.
Your magic shall not.
Okay, that got silenced. That's not the worst thing. I think I should Mechano-Egg here. And then Annoy-o-Module it next turn. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully I can draw like Wargear next turn. Or Zilliax. Something big with magnetic. It's not that big. I think I'll save the Endless Army until after he plays Brawl.
Reporting for duty. Converting stored energy.
And after some more good mechs die.
Rush the enemy! Defend your nails!
That's a sick draw.
To battle.
It's pretty hard for him to deal with this. Brawl doesn't deal with it, Shield Slam doesn't. He can't hit it and execute it. He'd have to like get some armor, Shield Slam and execute. Or rush something in and execute. My god. It lived. Oh, snip snap.
Snip snap, snip snap, snip snap!
Let's go. What a card. Boop. Back to 80%, boys. Okay. I've got a 1-drop. Hopefully he plays Shimmerfly. Nice. Can just kill that.
Converting stored energy.
Fortunately, we don't have anything to do on turn 2.
Photonic burst.
But I think that was still the right play. Oh, nice Galvanizer. But it's only reducing this by 1. I think I'd rather save it.
To my side.
That's a nice draw.
Access denied. Photonic burst.
So now he needs like kill command or something to kill this. Or Hunter's Mark. Oh, that's a nice Consecration turn. So I can Mechano-Egg next turn. These will draw me rush stuff. Magnetic stuff, I mean. So I can activate this. Should be alright.
I wonder.
Oh, hopefully that's not freezing trap. Oh my god.
Hail and well met.
Nice. A snipe. Okay. Freezing trap's pretty good against this deck. So I'm really scared of secrets. Especially discovered secrets. My god, these owls. I think people have cottoned on to how strong this Paladin deck is and everyone's running silence now. Hey, Endless Army.
Unity. Precision.
I think I go face with this. Okay, thanks mate. Have a good one. Oh shit. Okay, I need to get really lucky with this. Oh yeah. Alright, will do. See you, Zach. Deadly shot this guy. My god, another owl. Oh fuck. You can't kill it though. Mistake. Yep, send those in. Consecration. Oh wait, I can Wargear this one, and then these other guys both live. Okay. Just don't want to draw Galvanizer. I think the rest are okay to draw. Oh my god, how far? Oh shit, that's really scary actually. Oh, snip snap.
Snip snap, snip snap, snip snap!
I love you. One snip snap here. So 2 more snip snaps would be 7 damage. Okay. Replicating Menace. 7, 8, 9 damage. I was trying to think if there was any disadvantage to playing these. I don't think so. You can unleash the hounds, but he can't kill everything. I wonder what the played win rate of Crystology is. I imagine it's pretty high.
Hail and well met.
Okay, so Framebot on turn 2.
Traveler.
Or Galvanizer if I draw it.
What is my purpose?
Play this big fat taunt.
Access denied.
Go face.
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
Okay, he's just slamming everything in. Trying to kill it as soon as possible. So he needs 2 more damage to kill it. Like a bomb toss. But still, that's a nice big mech into the army. Why didn't he use this? Venomizer maybe. Hmm.
Converting stored energy.
I don't really need to give this rush. I think I'd rather give it 3 health.
Converting stored
Help it survive. I'd love to snip snap it next turn. Hopefully he doesn't run Deadly Shot or something.
Protocol 7 engaged.
Is he racing me? Good luck, buddy.
Unity, precision, perfection. Photonic burst.
So I need 1 damage. And this will spawn 4 1/1s, so even if he can kill it, it's highly likely I can attack him for 1 and consecrate.
Well fought. I can see.
Very nice.
Arthas versus Jaina.
Alright, mage. Oh, it's Aragon.
Lordaeron.
My favorite book series. Glow-Tron on turn 1's fine against mage. I don't think she's going to coin Frostbolt. Galvanizer. Fuck it, I'll save it for next turn. I can Galvanizer and use the magnetic. Give Mechano-Egg on 4. Give it taunt. This is solid.
Converting stored energy.
I'll probably bronze Gatekeeper next turn. Make this guy 310. And then I've got Zilliax for the egg. Actually, maybe this is better.
What is my purpose?
So she has to use 2 cards to freeze the minions. Otherwise she can just use 1 Ray of Frost.
I will show you fear. Access denied.
I comply.
No point in killing that Sandbinder. Especially with Leeroy, I just want to win as fast as I can. Well, I've got to kill this before she uses Conjurer's Calling, so...
Unity, precision.
Got lethal next turn. But she might use Conjurer's Calling on this. No, it's an 8 mana card. I don't know what she can do. Frost Nova.
The future is ours.
Yep.
Behold the tools of creation.
Try and get this other egg activated.
Someday I'll be just like you. Behold the tools of creation. Behold the tools of creation.
We must band together, united for Dalaran.
Behold the tools of creation.
Well, that's not enough to survive.
Well played.
You win.